Hey buddy, happy Tuesday. Feliz martes, feliz terça-feira. All right, so today was squat day, and squat day went well. I did 6 sets of 5 at 185, 12-inch box safety squat bar, the usual compound lift I do on Tuesdays. A little bit different today because I did those reverse lunges yesterday. And so as opposed to when I was doing the split squats and I was getting the DOMs in my glutes, I was getting more DOMs in my quads, and I guess I don't know if you call them lateral glutes, I don't know, but the glutes on the exterior instead of the medial glute where I was getting it before. So interesting, right? The unilateral work continues to point out things. So I got to figure out, like, should I just rotate in a couple of unilateral things every week, just change things up and start building skill slowly per lift. Focus on one thing. I don't know. I'm not that worried about it, but I think it's good to kind of poke holes in training and see where your weaknesses lie. It's good stuff. I'm not going to do any accessories today. My 8 brain is finally starting to figure out what I need to do with his shoulder. So I've been stretching it out, taking a little bit more care with it, and just thinking too, like, deadlifts are a stimulus on the shoulder and the trap and all that stuff. Today I was doing the safety squat bars and I'm locked in, right? And I'm really, jamming myself into that barbell, into the yoke of the safety squat bar. And that's working that joint too. And it's working the traps because the traps are pressing up into the barbell. And I'm like, between the stretching and the work I get just in the compound lifts, and I'll do bench tomorrow, and there's going to be, stress in the shoulder from that too. That's probably enough for now. Let this joint calm down some more, and it is calming down, which is good, because once that calms down, my sleep's going to improve. Once my sleep improves, then everything else can start to ramp back up. So it's one of those things where there's these long cycles of dealing with other things like arthritis and inflammation that I got to kind of, ride that undulation as well. And that's what I got to do right now with this shoulder. And doing the accessory work, specifically the pull-ups, is just too much of an irritant to that joint right now. So I got to basically back off. And a lot of that is pride. I got to let go of the pride of doing that. That was, like, hey, I'm doing this great stuff. I'm doing all these accessories. But on the other hand, I need this thing to cooperate and heal and get better. So park the pride, get yourself in better shape, and then move ahead. It's that simple. But I'm learning stuff still, right? Learning unilateral work. Need to make sure I incorporate that. And I know that lesson, but it's good to refresh yourself on it. Refreshing myself on the fact that I need to, take good care of my shoulder, because that controls other aspects of life, again, sleeping, just day-to-day stuff, even typing on a keyboard. All those things are important when when your shoulder's hurting. It becomes an obstacle. So there's that. And also I did make a video today, just my safety squat bar setup using the box squat. Kind of walk through that real quick. Short video, YouTube short, minute and a half, in and out, just going through the setup there. So if you find that useful, that's cool too. All right, so overall, good session. Reminders of it's good to mix things up. It's okay just to do the big compound stuff. You can let yourself heal up, and you're gonna have time to come back again and work on yourself and get better. Tomorrow's another day, and it's not worth, it's not worth robbing from well into the future just to make today's session good, as opposed to giving yourself a little bit of grace, giving yourself a little bit of cushion, letting things improve, and building slowly over time. Tortoise in the hare kind of story, even here in the gym. All right, so with that, it's enough from me today. Hope all you folks having a good week so far. Hope your week continues to be a great week. And don't forget, get into those gyms, hit those goals, and get swole. Peace.